Yes.
Betts?
Yes.
Kraus?
Yes.
Thank you. I will entertain a motion to approve a resolution approving the Village of Cary social media policies.
So moved. Second.
If you see on the dais, there was an addition added by trustee Weinhammer about, you go under section C, line 3, elected officials. Originally, it said elected village officials are prohibited from posting or responding to items on the village's Facebook page and other social media sites. This is done to limit potential violations of the Open Meetings Act or other professional conflicts. What trustee Weinhammer has suggested is striking and other social media sites. I think that we're just more concerned about village business on village websites, so that was a good catch on trustee Weinhammer's part. Any other questions on that part of it?
There was another comment that we had too from another trustee just related to item 6. It's on under D6, page 3, as it relates to official accounts. There was some concern in there about having elected officials being included within that paragraph. Certainly the intent here with this is just that there aren't any Facebook pages that are set up by elected officials that say, this is the Village of Cary's Facebook page. I know that this group doesn't do that. We include that language just that going forward, we want to make sure that's clear with all elected officials. But if the board would like to make that change, we can certainly strike elected officials from that section.
Yeah, I would like to see elected officials stricken from the whole document, actually.
That was my concern, number 6. So I would like to see that part, the elected officials portion eliminated.
Can you explain why you would like don't you think that we should all abide by the policies as do the employees?
Well, my concern was it says village employees and elected officials are prohibited from creating, maintaining, or contributing to a social media account on behalf of the village and representing or purporting to represent the village or to conduct any village business without first receiving approval from their supervisor if an employee or the village administrator. So I had some concern with where we get into some gray areas as far as contributing, and that was my concern.
Yeah, I also feel it's self-policing. I don't think any of us are going to go on the village's Facebook page and make comments, and the rules are contradictory to state law. I mean, you can't restrict elected officials' free speech. So,
Anybody else have any comments on that?
I just want to make sure for clarification. So are we concerned that a village official in a capacity of a resident being able to respond, is that what we're concerned with? I'm just trying to clarify.
no, I think this spells out elected officials as part of the rules, and I'd like to see that stricken. So I don't know why elected officials are specifically pointed out.
Well, I would say it's the best practice. Certainly, we don't want to get into any Open Meetings Act violation issues.
But once again, that's self-policing. If somebody does violate OMA, then that's on them.
No, I understand, and again, it's the best practice here. If the board wants to adopt additional language, certainly there can be some discussion about that. So I think with the item 6 that I mentioned, we'd be comfortable with removing that. I believe it's also mentioned under subparagraph C, item 3 specifically mentions elected officials are prohibited from posting on the village's Facebook page. I would like to see that in there. Certainly if village board members want to stricken that language, you have the right to do so. I just don't want to get an Open Meetings Act issue where 3 people are responding on the village's Facebook page.
I'd be okay with keeping that language, C3, because I would be concerned with that, and I'd also be concerned that, people would be vying to potentially get their position out there first, and that could just create some tension with the board and everything else. So I would be in favor of keeping C3, just to be fair to everyone.
So you're in favor of keeping elected officials with the stricken and other social media sites?
With the stricken portion, yeah.
Okay.
I'm comfortable with the group that we have up here now, but going forward, it's just I want to make sure that it's clear for all elected officials in the future.
Carmen, did you have anything you wanted to add to that?
I certainly echo Jake's comments regarding Open Meeting Act violations. In an instance such as a Facebook post where an individual may be looking through comments and may not see the entirety of the comment section, you could have an OMA violation when one or two trustees have previously commented and then you add your comment thinking there was not a prior comment. Because of the Local Records Act requirements to maintain comments, even if they are later deleted, you may run into both OMA and Local Record Acts violations at the same time without really knowing that it's happening. There's also a gray area with, what is a specific conversation under OMA? What is a meeting? Does that just involve one post or a series of posts on the same subject? The Attorney General has not ruled in that regard yet, and I don't think we want to have the village be the first test case for that.
Agreed. This is the first run at this. I believe that we can modify things as we go along, as we see fit. I think this is a great starting point to allow us the opportunity to present, factual information on social media for everybody to see right from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Trustee Weinhammer, is there anything else that you wanted to add to this?
No.
Trustee McAlpine?
Well, I'm very excited because on the first day that I was sworn in, I've been asking for a Facebook page. Simply because I felt that there was so much of that out there. And, specifically people on this board were totally against it. I mean, vehemently against it, to the point that we had meetings and was told absolutely not. They didn't want it. They didn't think we should have it. So I'm just curious. I'm thrilled, but what made you change your mind and think we should have a Facebook page now for the village? I would ask that to maybe Jim and Kim.
I didn't realize you guys were against it. I didn't
Yeah.
think you were.
Absolutely. I asked for it the very first day I got sworn in. I asked for it a couple of other times.
No,
I
think-
believe you were in favor of a social media policy.
Yes.
No, I was in favor of a Facebook.
I think what it was you were in favor of
disagree.
restricting our free speech
And that's
on
where-
Facebook.
No, absolutely not. I was in favor of a Facebook page, but
And you
it
held
doesn't, at
social
this
media
point, I'm just
workshop
absolutely
that
thrilled.
the
If something
taxpayers
changed,
paid for.
I'm sorry, just let me finish. If something changed and you are in favor of it now, I think that's great. So that's just absolutely great. I'm thrilled that we're going to get one.
Trustee Kraus, do you have anything?
No, I don't.
Trustee Betts?
No.
Anything else from Trustee Costa or Cavalli?
Yeah, I'm not sure what we're voting on here. Are we voting on an edited version of this?
I am just
or-
I was waiting to hear all the rest of the comments, then I could make a change to the original motion.
Yeah.
All right, I will entertain a motion to approve a resolution approving the Village of Cary's social media policies with the following edits. Under Section 3, or Action C, Item 3, we are striking "and other social media sites." In addition, under Section D, Number 6, we are striking "elected officials." Could I have a roll call on the amendment,
Good.
please?
Could I also make another edit, since the title is use of village social media accounts by village staff and elected officials, that we just say social media accounts by village staff,
What part is that in?
the title.
Well, there is some reference to elected officials in here.
Okay.
Could I have a roll call for the amendment, please?
Cavelli?
Yes.
McAlpine?
Yes?
Betts?
Yes.
Weinhammer? Yes. Kraus?
Yes.
Costler?
No, I'd like more.
Pardon me?
I'd like more amended, so no, I'm a no.
Okay, so that's for the amendment. Going back to the motion, could you do another roll call on that, please?
Kraus?
Yes.
Weinhammer? Yes. Cavelli?
I'm sorry, we're voting on something different now?
Well, I wanted to vote, I wanted to get it on record that we were making these changes to the original, so I wanted to vote in for the amended. Now we're going, it reverts back to what the original motion is with those amendments, so just to tidy it all up.
So originally it was to make the amended motion, and now it's to vote for the changes.
correct.
Is that
Right.
correct?
Okay, I just want to
Is
make
that
sure I'm
correct?
correct on what I'm voting for.
Technically.
Yes.
Costler?
No.
McAlpine?
Yes?
Kraus?
I thought it, yes.
Oh, yeah, your name is twice, sorry. Betts?
Yes. She voted twice. You think you're in Chicago?
Right. Thank you.
We have a couple slides too, I guess, while we have them loaded up here that we'll flip through. We already have the Facebook page that's set up here. Staff has put together a page that's ready to go live. Once we get this policy disseminated to our appropriate staff members that are going to be responsible for the page, we'll get the Facebook page live. So we expect to do that this week. Thanks, Eric.
Thank you, Eric. Okay, I will entertain a motion to approve the February 5th, 2019 Village Board meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
McAlpine?
Yes.
Costa?
Yes.
Betts?
Yes.
Kraus?
Yes.
Weinhammer?
Abstain.
Cavelli?
Yes.
Thank you. And just as a matter of procedure, we are continuing the approval of ordinance accepting a warranty deed for the transfer of property from Lafarge Aggregates Meyer Material to the Village of Cary. That has been continued to March 5th, 2019. Jacob, any reports?
Just again, reminder for our residents, we'll have a budget meeting here to go over all our funds on March 16th, Saturday, 9 a.m. Certainly the public is welcome to attend and participate in that meeting.
Thank you. Chief Finland? Eric Morimoto, nothing? Michael? Thank you. Any future agenda items and discussion by the village board?
I just want to talk about the Facebook, backing up to it. I know, we have an upcoming election here in April, but I don't like that Trustee McAlpine is bringing up something and kind of putting, you're up for election, Kim and Jim are up for election, and you're pointing out something that never even happened between them. And I find it distasteful. So if you have a personal problem with another trustee or something like that, can you just hold it in so we can move forward with the meeting? And if you want to talk to them about something privately afterwards that you have a problem with them about, can you just talk to them about it privately afterwards?
Trustee Weinhammer, everyone is welcome to their opinion. I do know what happened. I do know what I asked for on day one. And there was not an issue at that point when I started with this board. I didn't have an issue. I was just saying I thought we should have a Facebook page.
Well, I
There was
believe
nothing else
that they
going on.
did too, and I thought that you guys had.
This is
Jennifer,
because-
I
Let me
appreciate
just say,
you did say it.
no,
One at a
you keep
time.
talking, and Jim was trying to talk earlier, and you're like, let me finish. That you guys did have an attorney that was here that the village did pay for to talk about a social media policy with regard to their website, Cary Connection. They never said that they didn't want a Facebook page for the village. So I just want to make that clear. And I know there's an election coming up and you're trying to make yourself look so good and then you want to put them down maybe. But I just want to be able to move forward without all this tit for tat stuff. Okay?
I
Thank you.
certainly understand that, and that's not my goal. My goal was to ask a question because I've been asking for almost 4 years. I was just curious what the change was.
Because when we talked about it at the last one, I didn't think you were even in favor of it.
Absolutely, I've always been in favor of it.
All right, thank you. Let's move along. Is there anything else that's future agenda items and discussion by village board? Okay, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, give us 5 minutes to get the video all up and running again.